Hi everyone! So today I'm going to be doing my August TBR, and this one is pretty sci-fi heavy compared to what I usually read, so I'm a little excited. But it's also a lot smaller than my previous TBRs. One, because I have learned that I way overbook myself each month, and then when I don't read everything I wanted to read, I get disappointed in myself. And B, because I start school in 2 weeks on the 16th, and I'm very excited, but I also know that it's going to be taking up a lot of my time, and I won't have as much time for reading. So, with that being said, I'm hoping to still be able to put out as many videos as I usually do. I have never been someone who uploads 3 or 4 times a week like other friends of mine, so hopefully my content will stay, similar to what it has been. But I'm really excited this month. All of the books that I'm reading are either read-alongs with someone's Discord or buddy reads. So I love being able to talk to people about the books I'm reading, so buddy reads are really, really fun for me, and I hope I can get to all of these this month. I have a master plan of reading slowly over the month instead of trying to hurry through different books. I'm going to be making sure that I read a little bit every day, probably in the evening before I go to bed, so that I can kind of unplug and so that I don't go insane from all the studying that I'm going to be doing. So I'm trying out that this month, and hopefully this will work. But the first book that I'm going to talk about that I'm going to be reading in August is The Count of Monte Cristo by Dumas. And I'm actually doing this with Allie from Kisty Reads, Stephanie from Miss Richards Reads, and Sharon from Sharon Dwyer's channel. And we're co-hosting a read-along of this that is actually on Allie's Discord, which I will post down below if you would like to read along with us. We're going to be splitting this big chunker up into 3 sections, so we're going to be doing this over the next few months. And if you would like to read along with us this month, we are reading up until chapter 38, which is titled The Rendezvous. I know a bunch of people are using different versions of this book. Different printings have different page numbers. So chapter 38 is where we're stopping. We are not reading through that chapter. We are reading through chapter 37, just to be very clear. And I've actually started this book. I'm about 50 pages in, and I'm really enjoying it. I love Dumas's prose, and yes, he's a little wordy, but I think it's worth it because I have so many things that I've highlighted. I'm actually reading it on my Kindle, and I just had to have the physical copy. And I have so many different things highlighted just because I love the way he phrases things. I find it lyrical and beautiful. So if any of you want to read along with us, come, it's going to be a good time. A second book is going to be another channel read along, and that is Starting the Wheel of Time, Robert Jordan, Eye of the World. This is my white whale. This is a book that I have tried to read multiple times back when I was a lot younger. So high school era, I tried reading it a couple times and I never could get into it. But I'm about 100 pages in and I am enjoying it a lot. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get my hopes up, but I am really enjoying this. So I think that this time it's going to stick because my tastes for fantasy have matured. And I've also taken a long-ish break from reading a lot of like the classic fantasies, and this feels very classic. It has a lot of the classic tropes in it, and I'm really enjoying how it is working out so far. So Wheel of Time, this is with Gregory LaPerche's Discord. If you would like to join us starting the Wheel of Time journey, I think we're going to be doing 1 book a month until it's finished. I might be wrong, but I think so. So I will also list his Discord down below. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I know that since, we're going to read 1 a month, that we're not going to be done by the time the TV show comes out, but I personally want to finish reading the series before I watch the Amazon Prime show. And like Grace, I have been hunting down these books to try and get them all before the Amazon stickers end up on all of them. So beware, buyer beware. Our next channel read along that I'm trying to join in on is Dune, and this is on Evie's channel from She Was Only Evie. Her Discord is doing this as well. I will put that link down in the bottom of the description. And I'm really excited to start Dune. I think they're going to be going through all of the Dune books, or the main ones that were written by Frank Herbert, over the next couple of months. I'm just going to dip my toes in with the original Dune. I feel like I have to give back my sci-fi fan card if I don't actually read this book. So I'm looking forward to this, and I'll be able to finish it before the movie comes out, I think at the end of October. I just feel like it is time to finally read Dune. So I'm looking forward to this one as well. Okay, so the next book that I'm reading, my last Discord read-along, is actually going to be the first in the Shadow of the Apt series. And this is going to be for the August of the Apt on Alan's Discord, so the Library of Alexandria. And I really have enjoyed all of the read-alongs I've done with them. I joined in on their Feb Rising and read all of the Red Rising books, and it's so much fun. There's a lot of good conversations that are had on his Discord, and people there just enjoy reading things with each other. I'm excited for this because it's another sci-fi series, and I haven't read as much sci-fi as I've read fantasy. And this one has bugs in it, so beware if you really, really don't like bugs. It's like bug people or bug civilizations. I don't know. It has wasps in this one, if you can't tell. But I think it's really well done. And from everyone who's read his other story, Children of Time, there are like space spiders in that. And I've heard that it's done really well. So I think this is going to be cool and not give me the heebie-jeebies like most bugs do. So if you would like to join us in this, I will also list the link to Alan's Discord down below as well. I love all of these places that I have mentioned, and if you want to find some good company to discuss books with, I would join any of them, all of them, whatever you prefer. So that's my channel read-alongs. The last two books that I'm reading are Buddy Reads with Friends, and the people I'm reading this along with are a part of Gregory LaPerch's Discord as well. And the first one I'm reading is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. I loved The Martian so much. I haven't read Artemis yet, but based on everything I'm hearing about this book, it sounds fantastic, and it sounds like it's very different from The Martian, but in good ways. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. I like stories that take place on spaceships, like that are kind of isolated like that, or exploring new planets or exploring new galaxies. High stakes, Earth failing as a planet, all of those like desperate searching for a new place to survive tropes. I really am into that, and so I think Project Hail Mary is gonna be really good, and everyone that I know who's read this book has said that they loved it. So this one I'm just excited for. And the last book that I'm reading this month is going to be Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. And y'all know I love Brandon Sanderson. He's probably my favorite author, and I know a lot of people think he's overhyped. I just love him anyway. And this is the first in his young adult sci-fi series, and I've not read anything that's not a part of the Cosmere yet. So I'm looking forward to taking a look at this one. I've already pre-ordered Cytonics, so I really hope that I like them. I have faith that I will. And I think it's just about time that I'm reading Skyward. I'm reading this with Katie without an E. I'll put her channel down below, and some other friends that I have met through Gregory LaPerch's Discord. And so if you want some people to talk to about this, you can come and talk to us on that Discord. But yeah, these are all of my picks for this month. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 books this month. I feel like that is a better number than like 11 or 13 that I've been like, well, I'm going to try to read these, and then I never make it. I feel like 6 is a goal. That's a little lofty, but I might still be able to get to this month. So, all of these babies. I know they're kind of all chunky. Maybe I should have thrown in a book that's probably less than 400 pages, but unfortunately, that's just not the way I roll. So this is this month, and I hope that I can get to them all. It's going to be a trial and error sort of month as I figure out how to fit reading in with my study schedule and how that balances so that I can be successful in school and be successful in these hobbies that I enjoy. So let me know if you've read any of these books, if you have any comments. And as always, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and watching my videos. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.